This one's always a little bit behind.
It's all right. I think her lighting's okay.
Yeah, we've got a weird. It's the light beside you, I think, making the waves.
It really doesn't make a difference.
Not really. No, we'll go with it.
Light on, light off.
It's fine. Oh, there we go.
Making the waves. It really doesn't make a difference.
Not really. We'll go with it. It is very not very good.
Yeah, we know we got to get a better camera.
It's not very good. Oh well, that's okay.
It is very not very good. You got to turn your volume off.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that's okay. There we go.
Problem fixed.
Good.
Hey MB, I gotta switch the thing to make it work properly here.
We're getting it sorted out. We're just looking at we know we need to get a webcam, and we're trying to get it all sorted out to have a better picture without. Anyways, we're playing around with lighting. It wasn't working so great.
Played around with lighting. We got a second computer. Forgot we had it on. That was
Hey Charles. Yeah, the Echo was my computer. Hey Guten, how are you doing tonight?
Take a drink of my water now before I get talking.
We've warmed up here a little bit, which has been great.
Yeah, today was pretty nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were just below zero anyways, so that was good. But
that's
awesome.
Good. We're always a little worried it's a bit pixely, but
yeah, we know we need to get a webcam or something. I don't know what you guys use. Your picture always looks great, but we're just using the laptop. Whatever
the
webcam that comes with the laptop, which I don't think is super great.
It's probably not the best.
No,
it works.
How are things for you tonight, Charles?
How are things for everybody tonight?
Yeah, I guess everybody. We're going through here. Guten is still cold. We were lucky. It warmed up. We had some melting. The kids were collecting icicles off the roof because everything was melting like crazy.
They were pretty happy about that.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be snow this week now. I guess we're kind of probably getting the stuff that's coming from the south, maybe?
Probably. I don't know. We're kind of in a little bit of a bubble, so.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't even watch news or weather or whatever. Unless somebody tells us on YouTube or posts a video of the conditions, we don't really know what's going on.
We know what's going on in your yard.
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
But, it does kind of feel a bit like a Monday. Yeah. Although the nice thing for us, it was family day, so it was actually a day off, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, but we tried to cram in a lot.
As usual.
I know, we always do, exactly.
Logitech
webcam. Write that down on our notebook.
All I got is a big
bin.
Yay.
We just use the Logitech webcam thing. So yeah, it's external. It was a cheap one. But I think maybe anything external is potentially better than what's coming with the thingy. I don't know. It could also be too, we're trying to run the multiple computers, so maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. Anyways.
Not very tech savvy, so we're doing pretty good considering.
Yeah. Rain.
Yeah, we thought it was going to snow for most of the day today, and it didn't actually. It snowed for what, like about an hour?
Yeah. Right when we were doing chores this morning, and then it kind of, right when we were filming our video outside, and then it was beautiful, and we started out beautiful weather, and then it started kind of snowing, and then it got a little heavier snowing. We're like, we're trying to film. But no, it went all right. Just walking to the car. Yeah. You guys
we're lucky. We're still cold enough. Everything's kind of, I don't know, the driveway is kind of all packed snow.
Yeah, so. Well, everything is so packed where we walk all the time. It's going to take a lot of warm weather to get that ice and snowpack gone.
Yeah.
But
well, the nice part of it is we're like middle of February, so we might get another cold spell, but then we kind of already just had it, so maybe we'll get lucky and that'll be it. We'll be well on our way to gardening season.
You also need to upgrade their tech.
Well, the problem.
Well, yours the other night turned out like it was a great picture and sound. I think I know some people were saying that there was a bit of in and out, or not echo, but like it was fading in and out. But we didn't notice that, so it could have been their computer or their internet or something. But
So we kind of did because it worked out better for Lorrie when we started this. Because when we put together the Canadian Seed Challenge, that was the day that worked best for her. So we just kind of stuck with that. We were going to do Tuesdays.
Well,
we're still kind of up in the air as to an actual date.
We're being awkward because Monday night is the night we share with Lorrie. So on Mondays, every second week we're on our channel, and then the next week we're on Lorrie's channel, and we share that. Lorrie's actually still in the Shed Wars with John right now because she wanted to stay in the loop, I believe. But she was going to join us later on after he was done his live. Don't want to miss any of the Shed Wars rules and updates. But we decided that we would still go on Tuesday on the weeks that we were on Lorrie's channel because you sort of get different people. And we miss our other people.
All of this is still up in the air because the seed challenge, we've basically the participants have each other's names, the seeds have been sent, and we're kind of in a bit of a holding pattern until
so we're just socializing now.
So we don't really know what we're doing.
We're just socializing, yeah. But hey, Thorhaven.
Yes, hello. We watched the video you did with
Quebec Homestead with Mallory. Yes, great.
We do like your greenhouse.
Tell them what you said about the cold food storage.
Oh yeah, I was thinking
if nobody has sorry, I should.
Yeah, you see if you can pull up his channel there. But if you were thinking of doing you are thinking of doing the burying the back with the soil, right? You could almost do like a cold storage room in under there, and then still bury that, so you'd still have the air space, but you'd have that extra. This is just me thinking that, and I'd be curious in the long run if you do get the goats, how them going up on the roof would work, because after having goats for as long as we did, it could be fun. Nothing's impossible, but it could be fun.
Sorry, I am just putting in Thorhaven's link because if anybody has not had a look at his channel, him and Bridget I'm
going to do better today and keep up on the...
I'm trying to pitch Thorhaven here and you're interrupting. Okay, anyways, Thorhaven, check it out. Great channel, fellow Canadian, I believe, in Quebec. Yep. And awesome greenhouse, great idea, which you were just pitching how he could make it even better.
Well, I don't know about better.
Well, that's just your idea of a way to make it better.
Yeah.
Or not better, add to it. Add even more aspects to it.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't need as much soil to cover it.
But anyways, hi Jules. Hi Elizabeth Adventures.
Hello, Hitch-a-Chick. I don't know if we said hi or not.
Yes, hi Hitch-a-Chick. No, I did not. I was bouncing around, but no.
It's been one of those days. We've kind of just bounced around on a whole bunch of stuff today.
Yes.
It just seems to be the progression. That's where we're...
I want to just go back to Elizabeth's Adventures as well, because she is a participant in the Canadian Seed Challenge. Did you get the email and have any issues on the 5 people you were mailing to? I've had 2 emails come back to me that it sounds like the people didn't actually get my email with the information. So I just want to double check that she did get hers. Hey, Remy, how are you doing? Indiana Backyard Gardener, hello.
Oh, we're getting quite a few people in here. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's great for a Monday night. So yes, if Elizabeth could just let me know she got her information, that would be great.
Oh, Lorrie's here.
Oh, there we are. Lorrie's coming.
End stream. I'm going to...
There you go.
Hi.
There we go. We were explaining that Will It Grow was doing the Shed Wars video, so we were trying to stay in both.
Yeah, it's a question and answer period now. So, and he's not really answering the questions because he can't see them in the chat. So,
well, we'll kind of go back and watch because we missed the beginning, and so we said we'll go back and watch it later, and hopefully there's some answers there.
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, how are you doing?
There's some, I guess.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
I hope that you'll participate in the Seed Challenge next year. I know that it didn't work out for this year, but next year definitely. I know Chad has expressed an interest in being part of it next year, and we're going to try and keep this. I'm going to pitch the Seed Challenge at the moment, but we're going to try and keep it growing and try and keep it going. Well, we're
growing and going.
Growing and going, yes.
Growing and growing.
And hopefully, expand and maybe get it a little bit earlier, but Hey, Rick from Lala.
Hello.
Oh, we have to email about the thing.
Oh, yes. You were supposed to do that.
I apparently am in charge of emails. This is where we've let Jules down and we've let Lala down. Miscommunication on who's in charge of responding to the emails.
But yes, we will. There will be emails. We will get to it. We will do it. We'll do it after this.
Yeah.
And we're good.
Yeah, we'll respond to emails. This is the problem when it's a joint effort.
Well, we're all going every which way.
Yeah, exactly.
But so we were kind of just saying, Lorrie, because I guess kind of like what we did last week, just kind of doing an open whatever anybody wants to talk about, because we've got lots of people in here that are. We've got people in here that are in the seed challenge, people that aren't. So it's just kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't just have to talk about our seed challenge. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Well, and everybody's getting excited for garden stuff, and I keep seeing people starting seeds, and we've started a few seeds, but trying to hold back from getting too far ahead.
We're trying to hold back. We're trying to get enough stuff planted to.
Okay, yeah. There's
the opposite problem.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to plant it, but nowhere to move it.
And stuff that we need to get planted that we don't have planted.
But okay. And I was just saying to Elizabeth in here, and I think you responded to my email, right? You got it with all the 5 people to send out to.
Oh yeah, Lorrie? Yeah. My seeds are sent.
Yeah, that's what
I didn't do a video because it was cold and crappy, and I wasn't in the mood. So
no, that's not a problem. I just had again today. I had another email come back to me that somebody that asked me if I was sending the 5 emails. So I'm like, I already sent them.
No.
So anyways, I've got to get back to them and send the email again. So I'm not sure where the glitch is happening, but anyways, I just want anybody that I see, I'm just making sure that they have gotten the email so that we're good. But
hello, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? Yeah. Well, we got everything all packaged up. We were going to mail it, and then it was going to be Friday morning, and then we realized it was a long weekend.
Yeah, we kind of forgot.
And we thought it's probably not good to send it on a long weekend and have the seeds sit there. So I said I'm going to take them tomorrow morning. So
yeah, mine went out last week or the week before.
Yeah,
they went out already.
No, that's awesome.
Soon, I would think, if they don't already, they should.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten a couple packs through, and we're just going to wait until they've all arrived and then open it all together. So
treat it like Christmas.
Yeah, it's like Christmas. Exactly. Poor Gail has no power. That's no good.
Yeah,
Is she in ice or just the snow? I saw yesterday they were showing the outside of their yard, and they had a lot of snow, but hopefully they didn't switch to ice.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We want to start a bunch of flower seeds this year too. We've got a few. What do we've got? We've got the purple coneflower, butterfly milkweed.
Yeah.
The kids have some common milkweed they want to do.
Yeah.
I forget. We've got some other stuff. Prairie smoke. I do have some of those.
Yeah. There's a few flowers.
A couple things to try.
Thanks for popping in, Rick.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good night.
No, we definitely want to get a few flowers started. We kind of get tunnel vision on plants like veggies and all that sort of stuff, and you forget that you should start some flowers ahead of time. You want to start a bunch of the giant sunflowers.
Yeah, but that'll
not till later.
Not till later.
Where are we here?
Yeah, sunflowers don't like to be transplanted, do they?
When they're little, it's not so bad if you can kind of avoid disturbing the roots, but you don't have a big window. But we found oftentimes if they're going out quite small, it's almost nicer to start them, get them up, and then take them right so they can grow. Yeah, just kind of get them started.
I was planning on putting a bunch of sunflowers out in my gnome garden, but I am a little worried that the deer are going to eat them before they become sunflowers. I'm going to plant them in first with some like hot peppers and stuff.
You might be good then. You might be good.
So I don't know.
They might be fine. Now they might come along and eat the sunflower seeds once they're ripe.
Yeah,
but that's
not as concerned about that. And most of the ones I got for bird seed. I didn't get them for people seed anyway. So
it should work.
It would work, and they always look so nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I got a bunch of different ones, some little mini dwarf ones and some really tall giant ones, and I'm gonna do some in pots and some in the ground. And
probably where you are, it would be too cold because they would actually freeze. Not that they would necessarily all die, but you'd probably be better off. The glass jars is fine, but you'd probably be better off bringing them in the house and keeping them somewhere cool for longer term storage. We were actually talking about that because we were thinking of starting some millet, and we have a bunch outside in a container, but I'm pretty sure the frost and the cold will kill it, so I don't think that's going to work.
No.
But I was just starting some millet seed that we had to feed the chickens. But hello, Garden State.
Hey guys. Hey guys. I'm reading his comments. Him and that like back and forth. Hey guys.
But we're doing better on keeping up with the chat.
We are doing a little bit better.
oh, that's good to know, Thor. Thor Haven Farm. Maybe
they didn't.
A lot of the pumpkins.
I just saw that. Yeah, he said the deers didn't.
Yeah, I kind of wondered if they would eat it or not because it's not a. They're kind of fibrous. There's far better things to eat early in the spring than sunflower season.
Well, I'm planting a whole bed of clover on the other side of the house, and I'm hoping that will deter them from the gnome garden.
Bring them over there.
And bring them to the other side where they know there's something good to eat instead of going over there where there's going to be like peppers and roses and roses they don't like that they're already don't like. They're deer resistant roses. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to put pumpkins, and I know they like pumpkins once they get ripe. So
yeah, they just smash them open with their feet.
Yeah, I'll have to watch out for that. I think I've got some cages I can put over top of them and protect them.
That would work actually pretty well, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
We don't usually plant our sunflowers until like May.
Yeah,
it's pretty late because once they come up, they go pretty quick.
We do the mammoth ones too, though.
Yeah, the mammoth ones.
We usually just leave them and the birds just clean them up. We don't really do much with them. They're just the birds eat them.
We're gonna try this year.
This year, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make my own pumpkin for like pie and custard and stuff. I think that'd be cool. So I never have, but it'd be neat to learn.
It works pretty good.
Grow your own pumpkins first, right?
Yeah.
Well, we've done was it the small sugar pumpkins?
The little
They're
sugar
really
pumpkins.
good for that.
Okay.
They're kind of like.
We never have had much luck with the big like jack-o'-lantern pumpkins.
Yeah, these ones are like bright red. The ones that I only got one, and they're like a bright red. So
that's kind of neat.
They were kind of different. So
yeah, there's so many different.
In the gnome garden, that'll look cool.
Yeah.
Well, and the color will come later in the season, which will be kind of neat with when the squash are there.
Yeah, for sure. So.
We have the same problem as Guten. The birds pretty much clean it up. We didn't get anything.
Where we are, the American goldfinches, it's like they know.
As soon as the sunflowers are ready, they're
there. Yeah, they're pretty good at it.
But if only they were ready at the time to save your fruit or something, I guess it would be good. But.
Yeah, but they time their baby. The goldfinches time their babies so that they're growing up right when that stuff's all ready.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm kind of thinking the sunflowers, like I said, are going to be more for the birds, right? Instead of for us. So I'm not too concerned that we have, but I think that if I put them there, it'll keep them out of my vegetable garden too, because there's a spread out between there where I'll have the sunflowers and where I'll have the veggie garden. So stay out of my veggies too, right?
Hitcha-Chicks won there. We have the opposite. The birds come in to eat the chicken's food. So the birds come right down and land in and eat the chicken's food.
And the chickens occasionally get a bird feeder.
And the chickens share the bird feeder. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, the bees do like the sunflowers.
Yeah. The sunflowers would be good. That would almost be a good one to what's that? Sorry, James is coming in to say hi again.
Well, I guess it is bird eat chicken food and chicken eat bird eat seeds after all.
It is that kind of world, is it?
That kind of world.
The birds are all confused.
Eating each other's food.
Like the rest of us, right?
He's at that age where I'm not so sure where the jokes come from.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, you know he gets that sense of humor from somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's probably me. But
yeah, pumpkins are good. We've grown quite a few in the past.
Yeah, we switched
a little more to the squash lately, but
and we're trying something. We're trying the what are they called? The Tennessee sweet potato squash this year. It's supposed to be you can use it the same as pumpkin, and it doesn't cross with our other ones, so we don't have to worry about separation distances and everything else. So we're trying that one, and I'm going to try making pumpkin pie out of it this year just to see, because I've not done that. So I think it'd be interesting to see if it passes the test.
Yeah.
They say it will.
We'll see.
Yeah, are there some pumpkins you're not supposed to use for pumpkin pie?
No, I think they
can all those little sugar pumpkins that they sell in the grocery store are a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
So they do make a little bit sweeter pie.
Don't get as much out of them.
Yeah.
Right.
They're smaller.
But we've used store-bought like jack-o'-lanterns when we take the middle out and everything, and we've used them for pumpkin pie too. It's just it's not quite as sweet tasting, I find.
Yeah, on its own.
But yeah, it's like Hitcher Chick says there. She uses all types of pumpkins for pies. So
all pumpkins for pies.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's probably quite universal. It's like I find if you like the sweet squash, they all kind of taste the same with a little bit of sugar and whatever in there. So
true, right? Sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what kind of squash is this? I can't tell anymore. It all tastes the same.
Oh, let's make pie.
Yeah, exactly. But it still works great. It's nice to try different ones. But it's like the Coke Pepsi taste test. When somebody puts it down in front of you and you don't know what they are. Can you really tell?
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah, it's like it's pumpkin pie. It's got whipped cream. I'm good.
Yeah, for sure.
I notice a bit more difference in that.
Okay, you do, but I don't. I'm just like, I'm all about the whipped cream.
You should be all right, Hidden Spring Farms. The big thing is getting enough seeds if the birds are coming to eat it. Getting enough to be able to collect enough to feed to your chickens and ducks will be the hard part. Well,
and we'll probably find that too this year between amaranth and all the other things that we're going to try. Are we going to be battling the wild birds to, especially since we attract them to the yard all the time with feeders and things?
Yeah, but there's good reasons to have them around.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Deborah, we've never actually started rhubarb from seed. We've always transplanted and divided clumps. Whether we've got them from friends and stuff, so we might try one this year or try some. We'll see.
Yeah, we moved our rhubarb patch from our old place here, and we put it into our food forest, but then didn't really look after it very well. And that's something we're learning about the food forest is it's going to be for extra stuff, not for things that we actually want to make sure live. And so we lost one batch of it for sure, but two of them did kind of come back after the drought last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't look too bad.
So we've looked into it, and we're not sure whether to just buy the plant this year, spend the money, and go and buy some strawberry rhubarb plants, or whether to try the seed. But I'm kind of an impatient person. I'm sort of one of those spend the money on the plant.
I think we should do both.
You would, you'd grow everything 10 times over.
Yeah, but then you have lots.
Yeah.
The Kershaw pumpkin pie.
Hey, Drops. I don't know if we said hi to you yet. I just see you in here now.
Did. But because we actually have Kershaw squash and the Tennessee sweet potato, which we found out are technically slightly different. So
so we're gonna try
I'm not gonna grow both, but we did make them into pie once, and they were pretty sweet.
So they've got a recipe, or no, she's seen a recipe for it. Sorry, I thought you had one. I was gonna ask for it if you had one. Seed starting station soon. Yeah, it's getting close to the seed starting for us too. We started our peppers and eggplants, but resisting the urge. I always want to start my tomatoes like super early, and Chris is like, no.
They get way too.
So,
And then you're.
I
Yeah.
did
well, then,
start. Oh, sorry.
oh no, you go ahead.
I did start a couple of bush tomatoes that are going to go into pots anyway. So I figure if I do have to pot them up, I can still have them indoors until it's time because they're going to stay in pot.
They're going to stay in the pot. Yeah, that would work probably pretty
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be more bush. So.
Well, and you're able to plant yours out early, or at least move your pots out earlier, so it's not so bad. You're at least a month ahead of us that your tomatoes probably could go out. Ours end up like we start 120 plants, and then your house is just overrun with tomato plants.
And then they start to get leggy.
Yeah. So.
I might start 5, right?
Well, we organized the canning. We organized the canning and the prepping today, prepping food stuff and everything with the kids today. We moved shelves and reorganized and got all planned out.
Because of cats.
Because of cats. The cats started knocking jars off the shelf and were breaking things. Yeah. And anyways, we kind of went through and I said, well, I might not need as many tomatoes as I thought this year because we still have quite a bit of stuff. But
we're probably still going to have a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah. We always grow more than we need. Mm. Yeah.
That's good to know about the rhubarb seeds because we might pick up a seed pack or whatever.
I see them, so it would be interesting to try. But
never done it, so
they were saying you've got to start them now, though. Really,
mm-hmm.
So you like that? Get to start plants now. Every time we go to a grocery store or go anywhere, he's at the seed rack, and he always comes back with more seeds. What'd you just get? Oh, he just got more kohlrabi.
Yeah, that was
thanks to Guten Gardening for that one.
Nice.
Didn't necessarily need them, but figured why not.
Yes, it is, Indiana.
Hey, come on. Good to see ya. Oh, Indiana Gardener got more too. It's an addiction. It's an addiction.
But at least it's a good one.
Well, I know, but we save a lot of our own seeds, yet we still spend as much every year on seeds.
No, it's come down.
Oh,
it's come down. We keep adding. We don't.
If that's what you want to believe, he's going to get an eye-opener this year because I said this year I am keeping track of how much we spend on because we're doing the Shed Wars thing with keeping track of how much we produce, but we've never kept track of how much we've actually spent. So
that's a good idea.
It'll be interesting because every time we go to the grocery store and spend that couple bucks, it adds up pretty quick.
Yeah, it does.
So I said we better find some spots to plant it all.
Well, we've got some plans.
Oh,
yeah. I've got my here. What I have is what I'm growing.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting with the seed exchange too, because I haven't gotten any of those yet.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that there was some that, like I say, a couple people came back to me that hadn't gotten the email. So I got to sort that out again. And then, we didn't mail.
Some people haven't sent them out yet. And I was going through mine to think about what I could get started indoors and stuff. So I just did it at the same time while I was planting my garden. And
I think that's great.
Sitting here watching lives, and I'm sorting seeds and making little seed packets. And I'm a multitasker.
So we've got Guten and Thorhaven are both promoting the kohlrabi.
Yeah, I think that's going to.
We're going to attempt we were talking in, I think it was in Guten's live the other day about making the kohlrabi into sauerkraut. The leaves. Yeah. Because I've never had very good success with cabbage. A little bit, but never much. So I'm curious to see if the kohlrabi can be made into the sauerkraut, because that's all I really use cabbage for.
Well, and if you can make the leaves into the sauerkraut and eat the
still eat
kohlrabi bulb, then you're getting kind of a dual purpose out of it.
Yeah. Which I think will be quite good. Awesome. I'm curious. Maybe Thorhaven has tried that before, but because everybody says it's kind of like cabbage. So I'm going to try it.
I've never tried it either, but I've got some started.
Yeah.
And
we'll all be doing kohlrabi experiments this year.
Yes.
Yeah, good, because I don't know how to cook it. I don't even know what it is.
I think it's just you slice it up, fry it up kind of thing like cabbage.
I think there's a lot of different ways you
can. But
that's a bit of a loaded question, Hidden Springs Farm, because it really depends on what you're planting. Like greens and stuff, you could even do every week. to keep a succession going. But some of the other stuff like tomatoes and stuff that are kind of like a main crop type thing.
Yeah. Well, and you've got that window in the middle of summer. Like we cannot grow spinach for our life in the middle of summer. It just does not grow. So you've got a big, you got a big chunk in the middle there where it's not happening for us.
It's not happy with it. Even lettuce for us is that way.
Yeah. We're actually contemplating keeping the indoor grow room going. What's that, Lorrie?
Raw with a touch of salt.
Yeah.
Haven Farm.
I'd be curious. I'm really quite interested in the kohlrabi thing to see how.
Yeah, me too.
It tastes.
Okay, with turnip and apple for shredded coleslaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Oh, nice. Kings, so versatile. Well, yes, and then Guten has the ice cream.
Ice cream? Is that kohlrabi ice cream?
Yes, he's got a video of making kohlrabi ice cream.
It looks quite good. Yeah.
Interesting.
And then the raw with the touch of salt. That's another good one. So
yeah, it definitely sounds versatile.
Well, I was wondering about it for a salad, somewhat of a salad type. Like, I make. I should do a video on it. The maybe other people have done it. The what's the Chinese cabbage? I'm having a moment.
Bok choy?
No.
Soy?
It's like that squiggly cabbage. Oh, why can't I think of what the squiggly cabbage? Anyways, it's like that light kind of crinkly leaf cabbage.
Okay.
It'll come to me halfway through, almost at the end. It'll come to me. You watch. Anyways, it's a kind of an Asian cabbage salad that has the roasted almonds and those Chinese noodles that you make into soup, the ichiban noodle type things.
Yummy.
And it's a sweet soy sauce kind of dressing on it. It's really good. It'd be another one that would probably be really good. Napa, there you go. It's like the Napa cabbage.
Yeah. There you go.
And it's really, really good. So I think that would be a good one for kohlrabi as well.
But yeah, that's the thing with us.
Ew, hidden strings. Ew.
Yeah, that's the
cabbage,
worms.
The cabbage white. A lot of butterflies.
It just was, you were fighting a losing battle because once they get in there, and they take up a lot of space in the garden. That's the other thing. Yeah, it's a long process to get those cabbage and then to have them destroyed by stinking
cabbage whites.
Yeah. So
we have looked into, I never say it right, the salsify before, but I've never actually grown it.
Oh, you're going to be looking for more seeds?
I forget what...
Salsify. I've never heard of it.
I forget what there's a sort of a naturalized plant that is the same species. I forget which one it is. It'll come to me at some point.
Yes, this is what keeps us up at night, trying to remember all the things.
I don't usually stay up at night, but that's all right.
Okay, it's just me thinking about all the things that I didn't bring up on YouTube or get done or whatever. Yeah.
Green Idley's turning green. Why are you turning green?
I think from
the worms,
cabbage
white worms.
Oh, the cabbage worms. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You think you can rearrange my ducks?
The never-ending wish list.
Would ducks go at they'd probably go at the cabbage.
Again, I think that would really depend. They do like certain vegetables. Like we used to find the ducks would even eat the summer squash leaves.
They were the only
thing of all the animals we had that they would actually eat the squash leaves when they were growing. A very small number of them in a really, really big garden might work, and I know some people have success with it, but as soon as you have any number, and you've got quite a few,
but then his garden is big, they might.
You could try it once the plants get.
They'd have to be a pretty decent size first,
and don't have anything in there like the fruit, like strawberries or tomatoes that you want, because they'll go for that stuff, or at least that's what we found.
Yeah.
And then they also have a tendency to trample things.
You've got the Khaki Camels as well. We had Khaki Camels and Cayugas, but the Khaki Camels were just as...
The Khaki Camels are nicer because they're a little smaller, so they're a little less hard on things. But
yeah. They were a little more careful. They didn't trample everything, but they still ate everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Khaki
But a good try.
Yes.
Khaki Camels? Is that like a type of duck or something?
Yes.
They
Yeah.
were. They were.
You
They
have
were
video
bred
of
for.
it?
What's that?
Do you have video of some khaki camels?
I don't think we have some pictures of when we had
just
them,
photos.
but Hidden Springs Farm has a really nice looking flock of them. You can.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, let me.
Never
Yeah.
heard-
We'll put the link up. They actually lay better than chickens do. They were bred for egg production. Yep, they're.
Chris misses their eggs.
Yeah, the
He
duck eggs
watches
are good.
Chad's videos and goes, "Oh, ducks." And I go, "Not a chance. Not a chance.
Not anytime soon,
Oh,
anyways.
duckies are so cute. Yeah, we can't have any of that stuff, so doesn't matter how cute I think it is.
Oh.
Oh,
No, it's good to promote gardening, and no matter how big or small of an area you've got. Definitely.
I just posted Hidden Springs link just in case anybody doesn't already follow Chad. His ducks have a gourmet. I guess gourmet is not the right word when you're talking about an animal, but luxury penthouse duck pen. Yeah, they got quite the setup. Yes, but yeah, he's got some good duck ones there. But we're trying to follow everybody anyways. I don't know if you noticed, we had a few more people do some videos for the seed challenge there. Just mostly on the sending of the seeds, really. I think most of them were. Hey, doing redneck things.
But I will do an opening when I get my seeds.
Yeah, well, that's what we were kind of saving them all and doing it as one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, I think Elizabeth is planning one too.
Yeah. We I don't know if she's still in here. We kind of went back and looked through some of her gardening ones because just to see what was best to send her, kind of thing, that sort of stuff.
That's a really good
The gardening.
a good point, Drops, about the Victory Garden and how at one point everybody had a garden.
Yeah.
It didn't really matter where you were. And we've gone through a whole era where people stopped gardening. And
Right.
yeah, it'd be nice to see it come back.
Well, and that's the thing, like what he's saying there about having enough seeds to feed the whole town. And, that is one of the things, like, I mean, for us with the seed challenge was, when you have enough and you can share, we do.
Oh, Khaki Camels. Camels. I thought you said Khaki Camels.
Oh, that would explain why it seemed weird. Hello, Twin Brooks Farm or Acres.
What of a chicken?
Well, there are some really weird poultry names.
Oh,
Right? I mean, how would I know?
This is true. You never know.
yeah. And their eggs are amazing for baking.
Yeah,
Baking and quiche. I don't know if Chad's got enough come through to be using that way, but
we like them better.
we like them. Duck eggs make amazing quiche.
I have
Everything
onions
rises.
started inside now.
Yeah.
That's something we've got to get started, but we're going to do the experiment and try starting some outside in the cold and letting them kind of warm up. We'll see what happens. I've heard it works well, but see if there's a difference.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to be able to plant them overwinter them, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Onions.
Yeah. So should
Think
work
so.
in theory.
Yeah.
Everybody's starting their ones to get bulbs now, and then they're going to transplant them out into the garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's the basic gist. We tried. What were those ones that you had last year?
Red beard.
They were
a green onion.
Green onion that had a red stem instead of a green one. And they just never, we tried, but they never did a thing.
We didn't transplant at the right time.
No.
We were late.
We were late, as always. We're always late.
I've not had much luck with onions either, but I'm hoping to change that this year.
Well, last year I had a bunch of, we bought a bag of store-bought red onions, and they started growing in the cupboard, so I planted them and got tons and tons of seeds from them. So I'm going to try starting those to see how they do, because they were really nice I mean, they grew really well last year to be the seed onions. So
Yeah,
I'm kind of
terrific.
hoping. I mean, I got hundreds and hundreds of seeds. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting. And this year I have white ones that I got from the store that are growing. So I'm going to put those ones in for next year for seeds.
Alternate.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's working out great. I'm going to abandon you for one moment because the kids need to be going to bed.
Yes, that's fair.
I'm going to abandon you for a second.
So what is that?
Probably old. What is what?
What drops is growing?
Jicama?
Jicama.
Jicama?
I've never even heard of that before.
Jicama. It tastes like a really dull apple, kind of. It's really hard. And it has a
Interesting.
little bit of an apple-y flavor. And it's really hard to cut. That's all I remember.
Interesting. I'm going to write that one down too.
I've had it like in coleslaw before. It is quite tasty, but it had a flavor reminiscent of apple.
So, but is it like a
Mexican potato?
Okay. Interesting. Oh, it's a
Yeah,
type of
I never ate it raw. I suppose you could cook it then if it's a potato, right? I wonder how much it changes the flavor.
I can't say.
Getting in there.
Yay. You say, well, you're not in far enough. Lean this way. Say, okay. You can say hi and you can say good night.
At the same time.
Yeah, I had it raw.
Hey. How are you?
We'll have to look into that for sure. I wrote it down. It's in the book now.
Yeah. Well, was it last week on your live we were talking about the Baker's Creek seeds not coming? Was that?
Yes.
That was on Lorrie's last week.
They came.
And the next day they arrived after I whined and said they'd been so long.
I told you it hadn't been that long.
And then they were there. So you're trying the snake gourds this year because that was the seed we were waiting for from them.
Ah,
Yeah.
I saw some of those. Aren't those like huge things?
If you let them get huge, but you can take them when they're smaller and apparently use them kind of like a zucchini. So I
Interesting.
figure we'll try it.
Sure.
And then cross with the squash. So.
Exactly. So we're going to give it a shot. Might let a few of them get big just to see what they're like when they get big too.
And get seeds.
Yeah. Well, and to get seeds.
See how big they get.
What is this?
Oh, you got, okay. This is the
200 seeds.
Jicama.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look that one up. So
Yeah.
Amazon as an option. Very cool. I'm always interested in some of these kind of weirder, it's not weird, but things that you don't think of as a normal crop.
Our whole farm is built that way. With stuff that most people wouldn't normally go for.
There you go.
So is this the science?
Yeah, it does take a bit of figuring to figure out how to get it all done at the right time and just balance it with each other. But
the one thing we always find, we start really, really well. We always start so
and then
well.
It falls apart.
And then you get kind of that overloaded because it's like, it seemed like it was going so smooth. And then you get to that part where you got to harvest, you got to do something, you got to whatever. And then it's just like, and then you're going, why did we do this? Why did we do this? We do this every year.
and then this, and
Exactly. Hey, Hollaby Homestead, how are you tonight?
Hollaby Homestead.
Yeah, that's another fellow Canadian here for us. That's they're about, I want to say 2.5 hours from us, maybe.
Maybe not even that.
Maybe, yeah.
Pretty close.
We're starting to build up quite the group of Canadian channels and things like that. That are it's interesting when you get into it because when we started, I'm going to go off on a tangent way away from gardening here, but when we started in the YouTube, and trying to find Canadian content and in the YouTube world, it was impossible. You would search Canadian homestead or Canadian whatever, and you'd get Justin Rhodes, and you'd get everybody but Canadians. Yeah. So it's been so interesting now that you've kind of we've immersed into the world of YouTube. That finding those people has kind of been fun.
Yeah. Our sweet potatoes are doing pretty good. We've got, I just can't quite see it. There's a little mini forest of sweet potato slips sitting on the shelf behind us.
The drops got the frost last year on the starts. Yeah. And then you always have the backups. And then worst case scenario, you just have a whole lot of extra food.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Potatoes, you can, you just grow from the potato where they have the eyes. They'll start to put out little shoots. You can cut them up to make one potato become more plants. We usually don't.
Yeah.
Just because we usually have, by the time we get to that point in the year,
I don't know if mine are going in the.
I don't know if they are or not, but you've got enough going. But then sweet potatoes are very different because you're actually starting the green part of the vine.
These are not ones that I'm planting. These are just ones that are growing under our cupboard. But there's what he's meaning about the potatoes.
Yeah, like this will grow to be the so
root.
You could just plant that, or you could cut it up into sections and plant it.
Yeah.
And grow more.
Yeah. The sweet potatoes, though, just as a
they're very different.
In case the first year we planted our sweet potatoes, we thought that this was what you did, the same as a potato. Once they started to sprout, you just put them in the ground. Well, we learned that didn't work.
You should put up Guten Gardening's channel.
Yes, we'll put up Guten Gardening here. Eventually, I'll get around to putting up everybody's. It's just one of those. I'm not very good as a moderator.
So the sweet potatoes I bring this up every day or every time we're on here, but they're these little slips, and these are kind of messy, but they're a vine, and you just cut them off, and you'll see the roots come out, and you just eventually plant that, and it'll grow tubers from it. So it's similar. You're cloning them, but it's not the same as the potatoes.
Yes. If you want to learn about sweet potatoes, Guten Gardening. There's his link. He's the master. Master of sweet potatoes. You're falling behind again.
Not too bad.
Sorry, what was the okay?
Today, I got off on a tangent talking about sweet potatoes.
Yes, sorry. Where's the twin brook? Where did twin? It is.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of neat because, well, we've said it a couple times. Canada's so big, and everybody's so spread out. But there's actually quite a few people that are doing like.
Oh, we're very diverse. Like, I mean, we're all trying to do similar things, but in very different. Oh, there you go. Twin Brooks can be an honorary Canadian. That was what I was looking for because I didn't think she was Canada, but now I see that now that I've gotten to read the whole comment after you stop moving up and down.
Well, so your family's from Quebec, then.
Yeah, that pretty much counts.
Yep.
Oh boy.
How far behind am I? There, I'm back to the end.
You're back.
I don't know. I don't know how much more perfection you could really go for. You had quite the haul of sweet potatoes this year. Like quite the haul of sweet potatoes.
They're How many pounds of sweet potatoes did you harvest, Guten?
A lot, which is awesome.
Yes, I don't know if I say that I probably could eat that many sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah,
I just never had that many, so it's one of those sort of. They seem like a rare thing to eat around here because we don't have that many. But I guess if you had that many, you'd eat them like potatoes.
Yeah,
probably.
Or as often. You should be able to still
get some
seeds.
We noticed a few places were running low or getting hard to order from. I don't know if you've noticed that, Lorrie.
I haven't tried to order any in probably at least a month.
Yeah.
I figure, like I said, I'm pretty set for this year anyway.
Which is nice.
We're pretty much that way too. I mean, if we go into a store and see something, you can't resist the urge. But otherwise, yeah, it's. But I did notice that after last week's live, when we were kind of talking to people about where to get seeds or things like that, I I did go back and look, and I did notice that a lot of them were limiting their number of orders that they'll take a
The
day,
online
which
sales.
that wasn't happening before. So that is
No.
something new.
Now they're probably getting a rush of people ordering again, like they were last year.
Well, it's that time of year, so yeah.
But like we say, when you go somewhere, the seeds are still there. So
Yeah.
Right.
But hence why I have another pack of kohlrabi seeds.
Yeah. More things to start. Well, and Wild Edibles was she had a list of stuff she was sending us too, because we kind of told her a few things we were, trying to find, and she sent a whole list of all the things she had. So I guess we're, for our exchange, getting a whole bunch of stuff from Wild Edibles too, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
We find the sweet potatoes and the regular potatoes are very different in how to store them. Like our potatoes do really good in the basement, but our sweet potatoes, as you saw from the video, do the best stored upstairs in the kitchen where it's warmer. So just one of those things to definitely, I don't know, think about. You guys know, but
Yeah, nothing wrong with having extra seeds, that's for sure.
No, there really isn't. I think, but yeah, I've said that for like a decade, and then it's kind of in the last little bit, it actually has come to fruition where it's like, oh yeah, maybe we can't just get them when we want them. But,
yeah. I did. I ordered a bunch in the fall, and last summer, thinking ahead to this year, and then
that's a good piece of advice to people too.
Yeah.
To think about that again, even for next year gardening, thinking ahead past an entire gardening season. But
right, exactly. So like I might have to fill in a few spaces here and there after this gardening season, but same thing, right? When I ordered them now, I ordered stuff that I would need for the fall and for into next spring even. So
yeah, that's
try to.
That's good to have that forethought to do it so early. I have the best of intentions sometimes, but it never really happens.
Yeah. Well, part of it wasn't really forethought. It was because I wasn't able to order anything last spring or find any, we weren't allowed to go anywhere to go buy anything. And I was stuck without a lot of seeds last spring.
Yeah.
When it was going to become time to plant. And so I did not want that to happen again this year. I wanted to have what I
make sure you had them. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. I wish I could always say I had that much foresight.
Well, thank you very much for stopping in, Twin Brooks Acres.
Good night, Twin Brooks.
Well, we opened our potatoes that we were saving for planting. We opened the box today downstairs.
They're starting.
They're starting. Some of them, the little blue ones that we always know start early. They've got probably about 2 to 2 inch legs on them.
Some of them do.
Some of them do. But then the one year we planted them, they were about 6 inch long legs, or 6 foot long. Like we just laid them down in a trough.
It worked all right. You just had to be careful with them. But,
yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
Oh. Yeah, we started kind of doing the same thing, buy them in big, because they keep for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got some seeds that are 3-4 years
for.
old. Some of them we test them before we plant them just to be sure. But
as long as you can find what you're looking for in the bigger bulk, sometimes you can't. But
yeah. We usually buy like our this year we're going to try and do our own kale seeds, but we always buy the kale, red Russian kale in bulk because we grow that for the rabbits.
We have a lot.
And carrots, that we always buy that in bulk. And this year we got the beets because we've never done
the
red beets,
beets.
Detroit Reds. So I just discovered I liked pickled beets. I didn't know that, so.
Not a bad thing, I suppose.
That's not a terrible thing to discover. I've always been like, ooh, pickled beets. No, and then this year I was like, oh, they're actually pretty good. So now we're growing beets.
There you go.
On top of everything else. On top of our sugar beets.
Yes.
It'll be really interesting to see what you get from the indoor harvest of because the plants look really good in your grow room.
Yeah.
Good gardening, but it'll be interesting to see how they do. That's not something I've ever thought of.
Baker Creek is out of sugar beets.
Uh-oh.
Everybody got on the bandwagon this year.
That's
Well,
why we got so many.
yeah. We had a hard time up here finding. There was only 2 places that had them. That even
There's
sold
not
them.
many. No, there's not many. They're not a very common thing.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Our rabbits love kale, Chad. Oh, hi, Michael.
Yeah, flower seeds are also good to save. I haven't grown them
got
in a while, but I've got
marigolds.
marigold seeds that I saved.
And we did save
They're pretty
the
simple.
coneflowers.
Yeah, the coneflowers. Yes, rabbits definitely do like kale.
Yeah, kale. We feed the Swiss chard as well. Now, if you put both pieces, if you put a piece of Swiss chard and a piece of kale, they'll eat the kale first.
Yeah.
But they do eat the Swiss chard still.
To be honest, all the weeds from your garden
Yeah.
are phenomenal.
The lamb's quarters, they love lamb's quarters. What's that other one that always grows in the weed that grows in the
green
garden?
amaranth?
Yeah.
It's the wild one. Yeah.
And ours, and I'm going to do a video on this in the spring, but ours eat that horrid wild parsnip.
Mm-hmm.
We almost didn't buy this place because it was wild parsnip everywhere. And we were kind of trying to figure out how we were going to deal with that. But the livestock eats it, which is great. And what's not in livestock pens, I cut down for the rabbits. So,
or dig up and eat yourselves.
Or I dig up and eat them, and we eat them. But
Good night, Thorhaven. Thank you very much for coming in.
Have a great night.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was going back to the dandelions.
All animals love dandelions. Dandelions are like the scourge of manicured lawns, but that's the first thing. If you put sheep or cows or rabbits out, that's like the first thing that they destroy.
Oh,
They're all gone. There are no dandelions.
Well, that's where we kind of allow them a round of going to seed before we let anything eat them because they're so good.
We purposely propagate dandelions.
I made dandelion jelly for the first time last year. It was amazing. I don't know if anybody's tried it, but it was amazing.
It's a little bit time consuming, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It tastes like
honey. It's like if you have it with peanut butter on your toast, it's like eating peanut butter and honey.
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
It was really good. I gave it for Christmas gifts. Everybody loved it.
We don't have very many left either, do we? I think we ate most of them. Yeah,
that's all right. There's almost dandelion season again. The wild rabbits love the Swiss chard. Yeah, I'm surprised that if they chose that over the kale to start but maybe ours are just a little bit more spoiled. I don't know.
Yeah, when you make it out of the flour.
Yes.
Which is the time-consuming part because you actually have to pull each flower.
You only want the orange petals. Like you want to take the green bit off of it. So your fingers get really stained, and it takes a lot of dandelions. We learned this, the kids and I. A lot of dandelions to make a 4-cup jar of those little petals. But out of the one I made one batch of it, and I got. I believe I got 7 250 ml jars, which wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely was definitely worth doing. I'm looking at Holly. Sorry, is she asking about the dandelion jelly recipe? It was. I'll look it up. I saved it on my phone, so I'll look it up and I can send you the one that I used. It was really easy. Like I say, the most tedious part was collecting the dandelion petals.
Mm-hmm. Which still wasn't.
Yeah, mind you, we had a lot of dandelions in the yard, so I don't think we cleared more than a 10 by 10 foot spot, but it was a lot of dandelions.
Yeah.
So
another one of those fun little foraging things.
Yeah.
There we go. There's a tip. If the foraging thing comes up, Lorrie, during Jedworth, you forage for dandelion.
Unfortunately, dandelions don't really weigh a lot, though. They don't weigh anything.
That's true.
But it's cool.
I guess it is. It is still foraging, but I mean, it's kind of like, some mushrooms weigh a lot, but foraging for mushrooms, they don't really weigh very much.
I was kind of bummed when they said you could only do one fruit tree or bush, because we have wild raspberry bushes around here everywhere, and there's apple trees and pear trees and all that stuff that comes up come the fall.
Yeah.
But I can only do one of them, so.
The apple's probably, weight-wise, probably your best.
Yeah. Well, and then it's like for us, we harvest hundreds and hundreds of pounds of apples because we make our own apple juice, we make apple cider, everything that is still, we consume it. But
yeah.
Anyways, that's besides the point.
We do have,
we planted
some because when we looked around the property, we didn't actually have any ostrich fern to use for fiddleheads, which is kind of surprising. But
so we probably won't even pick them for a while because we want them to spread. We put them in our food forest, so
yeah, they should spread pretty well.
I don't know how fast they spread, but it'll be.
It doesn't take a couple of years, and they'll probably be a bit of a patch. They spread pretty quick when they're happy.
I've actually never had fiddleheads.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. I've heard they're kind of like asparagus, so.
It's the flavor's a little different, but that's probably the most similar thing.
Yeah,
is asparagus. Yeah.
Night, good yarn.
Yeah, have a good night.
Have a great night. Thanks for popping in.
Oh, to be honest,
I actually have to go and make dinner too.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up here. I think it's the kids. The kids are just like they keep peeking around the corner, and it's like bedtime. You need to be bed. They know I can't lay down the law when I'm on here.
Yeah.
So Jay also says about loving the fiddlehead. So I definitely think it's a great thing, and we want to get them going for sure. But it'll come. But
eventually, time.
Yeah.
But.
All right, I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll see you guys next week.
Sounds great. Good. We'll be on your channel. We'll talk to you then.
Sounds good. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night, Lorrie. Bye. This is very cool.
Yeah, I think they will spread pretty fast. I planted some years ago in a flower garden, not with the purpose of eating them, but I think it was about 2 years and the bed was pretty much full of them. So as long as they're happy, in theory, we should end up with a pretty good patch. What did we plant? 10? 12. So I had 2 things of 6.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
We planted 12, and they were pretty good sized.
Balls of them. There was quite a few fiddleheads or plants in each one.
Yeah, they were pretty healthy big plants.
I'm kind of hoping that they will develop into something significant.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be interesting to try them anyways, because I've not tried them. Maybe we'll have to go and actually forage for some this year, and then I'll at least say I've tried them.
Whether they're worth it or not.
Deborah's still snowing. I haven't looked outside to see. It wasn't snowing at shore time, but it's their threat. I think ours is supposed to come tomorrow. That's why I was surprised this morning when it was snowing still.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said it's not supposed to be here till tomorrow.
I'm kind of hoping we don't get a big dump, but I imagine it's going to come.
Well, this is sort of that funny time of year where it comes and goes, and we get that awful lots of snow, then melt, and hey, Bettina, how you doing?
Hello.
Holly says they are good, so I'm going to have to try some. You can buy them in the grocery store. I refuse to buy something in the grocery store that I can go out and find.
They're not as good because they're not as fresh.
Yeah,
they don't have a really long shelf life.
I'm going to send you for 1 second to go and make the kids go to bed.
I will do that.
Send in the boss.
And we can get hardly.
Yeah, but we've been chit-chatting about plants and seeds and weather and whatever else, Bettina. So it's been a really good chat. It's still snowing there. It's been all day. Yeah, I'm sure it's coming for us. I think tomorrow it's supposed to be something like 10 centimeters or something, but they keep bumping it because it was originally supposed to come yesterday, and then they keep bumping it. So that's the weather, man. But you guys are a little bit more north than us, or up a higher ground or higher altitude or whatever. But We've been watching your videos there, Chad, and boy, you're going to have quite the garden this year. The area there that you'd cleared out and tilled up in the fall. So that'll be interesting to watch. You should have been doing Shed Wars. Maybe you did sign up for Shed Wars. I don't know if you did. I'm so behind on all the stuff with that. Oh. We went to go and pick up hay this weekend, and the snow we've kind of been terrible with how we've been removing the snow in the yard. We've just kind of been pushing it off to the side because last year we lucked out and we didn't really get that much snow. And we went to get hay yesterday or the day before. No, Valentine's. It was on Sunday, I think. Anyways, doesn't matter. We realized we weren't going to be able to turn the trailer around in the yard. So now we're getting hay one bale at a time. But that's okay. Did you lay down the law?
We were already pretty much asleep.
Oh, good.
What I missed.
Oh, yes. Everybody always thinks it's a shed building competition. But I think their entry deadline is closed now, but you'll have to follow it and then do it next year because you're going to have a huge garden.
Is it closed now or is it like the end of today? Like midnight?
Wow. It'd be awfully hard to make a draft video by the midnight tonight when it's already 9.
10th or 11th of March. What day of the week is that? It's probably a weekend, right? Right. It's a middle of the week.
No, Wednesday.
Okay.
There's a cat on me.
That'll be interesting when they do it live.
Yeah. It's fluffy shoveled once. Well, that's the beauty of snow coming in the when it's cold, is it stays light and fluffy. Because,
not that heavy wet snow.
Well, I was just telling them about that we went to get hay, and of course we can't turn the trailer around the yard because we did a terrible job pushing the snow out of the way, and it's all heavy and frozen there now. So we're working one at a time now.
Yeah,
but
that's all right. It's close, so it's not too bad.
Just waiting for the snow. We're supposed
but
to get.
you live in a bit of a snow belt, if I'm not mistaken, where you are, Hidden Springs. Nice area, but yeah, lots of snow.
Yeah. So, talk about people starting too early. Yeah, we're guilty.
Well, we're not completely, because the only thing we've really started, the sweet potatoes, but that was because they were already going on their own. So it was either that or they weren't going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started our peppers and eggplants, but they take so long. Not worried with those. But
yeah.
And the next thing will be some lettuce and stuff, but that'll be just for indoor growing, so it won't matter as much. But
yeah, well, we've got the tomatoes and stuff. We usually do end of March, first week of April.
Yeah, because I find they don't need a lot of time.
Yeah,
they get pretty big pretty quick.
But
yeah, our sheep do the same thing.
I was looking at that comment and thinking that too.
They get pretty good balls of snow from the wet snow.
Well, our sheep, their fleece right now is probably getting close to the 6-inch mark on most of them, and it just balls up with ice and snow, and we have to bring them in. And I actually did a little video. I didn't post it on YouTube though. I think I might have put it on Instagram. Of the chickens go in with the sheep when they come into the barn, and they pick the ice off of their fleece.
It's kind of funny.
The sheep love it. My shed is snowed in. Can't get in it. All my hay is in there.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
Is it? Hopefully it's not like iced in, just snow, and you could get in.
Could get in after. Well, this is the one thing. I don't know how we managed without a barn before. Like now that this is our second winter of the barn, and how do we ever do it without a barn?
Because it's easier.
Yeah, not having to haul water and having the hay in the loft already. I mean, we're going and getting hay now because we don't have enough, but
yeah, but we're not out.
No,
we still have. This is a backup.
Yeah.
But that is the one thing that is awesome about sweet potatoes. You can keep propagating them, which is why
Oh,
we
yeah.
weren't too concerned.
Yeah. Well, we said we'll just eat some of them, the greens, pick them off, and
Just keep making slips. We'll have
Yeah.
hundreds and thousands of, not thousands. We'll have hundreds of slips.
yeah, I
by the
don't
end.
want thousands. I do not want thousands of sweet
That'd be an
potato
awful
slips.
lot of sweet potatoes. Yeah, the greenhouse is. We put ours together last year, and glad we didn't build one before we moved, obviously. But at the same time, it's like how I'm sure it's going to be a game changer for us.
We got a few more bits to finish on it as soon as the snow clears out, but it doesn't have the side panels up on the roof, but no snow's gotten in there all winter. It's been great.
Yeah, even with the big triangle open, it feels
and
warmer
it's way
in there.
warmer in there. Like, we do have trees and plants in there just to protect them over the winter. And
our pawpaws so far are doing really good. I was checking on them the other day. They look in good shape. So
I will be very curious to see if you can keep your pawpaws going, because
I'm hoping.
I think that would be interesting. Anyways, everybody tells us we're a little too out of the range, but we're going to give it a shot.
We're not, but yeah, basically the hay bales, just if we use this one up, then we've got a few still kicking around in the
and the one thing we
loft.
said with we're going and buying round bales right now and using them first. If we keep the square bales in the loft, there's nothing going to happen to them. They'll be fine for next year. So
exactly, which is kind of nice. Okay, 3 to 4 feet of snow.
Okay, that's a lot. That's way more.
Hopefully you can get it dug out so you can get in there.
Yeah.
There's really no tips for that. That's just one of those brute force.
Yeah. Just
get it done kind of situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had that. And if you've got determinate ones, if you start them too early, then they just get set back and they never really get momentum back again. And if you've got indeterminates, they just keep growing as a vine, and then you end up having to dig a trench to plop them in, which I guess in the long run isn't a big deal.
No.
It's just you end up with unruly plants.
Mm-hmm. That's all right, Bettina. There's absolutely no worries. We went to send ours on Friday. We'd forgotten that it was a long weekend, and so I didn't send them because I didn't want them sitting somewhere over the weekend.
And who knows?
So I said I will send them. So I'm going to the post office tomorrow morning to send everything out.
Bettina will appreciate this. I'll show it again. It's what I picked up again.
Oh, yes. We can't go by a store without him buying something.
It's just seeds. It was only $1.99.
Yes.
That's an all right habit. That's my second pack of purple
Indiana
kohlrabi.
Gardner likes my comment. I don't want thousands. It's what will happen, though. I know it.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, kohlrabi is amazing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sauerkraut. Well, you did the fermented sauerkraut.
Oh.
It was good. And you did the flavored fermented sauerkraut.
I did, it was one that had cumin and a whole bunch of other spices in it. And it was really, really good. It's so nice on our lamb burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good. But I'm curious to see whether I can do the sauerkraut with kohlrabi. I am curious on that.
It'd be interesting to try.
Yeah.
If you could, it'd be a pretty cool dual purpose thing. Savoy.
There you go. The Napa or Savoy.
Savoy, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one that I'd love she's going back. She's going to answer everything that we messed up. Yay, Bettina.
We couldn't remember at the time what we were talking about.
It's terrible.
But, we're looking forward to the kohlrabi.
Mm-hmm.
We've never, ever tried it. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it'll be good. Are we starting some inside? I noticed it was a 60-day to harvest. So we still have time. If we started it now, you're still harvesting the end of April.
If we started the inside, I would only do a couple just to see what it does. Should try because I do want to try something in that Khaki hydroponic
water method.
Well, I don't know if grow something with Jeff's. If you watched his video on it, it was like that perfect looking kohlrabi grown that way. But we'll see. I don't know.
Something else to have to set up.
Getting too complicated, maybe. But.
Well, it could be neat to try it though, because then you'd have the setup mastered for next year, so that if you wanted to
go bigger with it, you could.
You do one just to try, and then
that's kind of
see if you like it or not.
Well, at least that way too. Like everything else we've got under the grow lights, you're probably you're harvesting the greens, right? Whereas the kohlrabi, you're gonna have it sit there for quite a while before you harvest it. So.
Mm-hmm. That's what somebody was, I think it was Thor Haven was saying earlier. He just puts a little bit of salt on it and eats it raw, just like that. So
it'd be interesting to try. I've never had it,
yeah.
so I'm sure we'll like it.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
It'll be another one of those things.
Yeah, be one of those. What's not to like? Healthy food. But I think on that note, we should probably wrap this up and make sure our youngins have actually gone to bed.
Well, they went to bed, but I don't think I think they wanted to stay up.
Yes, yeah, they want to stay up when we're chit-chatting away, and they think they're missing out. But thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yes, very much appreciated.
Yeah, and, it's been a great chat. And next Monday, we will be on Lorrie's World's channel for our chat. We're kind of sticking with every Monday just to be around for anybody that has questions on the seed challenge or just wants to get together and talk. And of course, we talk with everybody else too, because why not? But we'll also be doing Tuesday next week on our channel just to catch up with everybody that we missed on Monday.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's going to be our usual schedule from now on anyways.
Or for a little bit at least.
Yeah, until the summertime comes around and then it's crazy busy and then you're not in the house until 10 o'clock at night. So it gets harder to do it as the nights start pulling out.
Yeah, very true.
When's the time change? Second week of March, maybe? Anyways, that's when we really notice a change in March at the time change. But yeah. Yes, it was great to see you guys. Thank you very much for popping in. And same to Indiana Backyard Gardener, Deborah, Bettina. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and sticking with us on this little chit-chat. And we shall catch everybody again next week. And yeah, we'll keep in touch through comments and things like that throughout the week. But have a fantastic night and try and stay warm, stay safe, all those other good things as we're having these weird weather, snowstorms and stuff. So see you next week. The 14th. Thank you very much, Indiana Backyard Gardener. That's what I thought it was, the second weekend. So now I know.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming soon. That'll be
like
here
3
in no
weeks
time.
away or something. So that's when we notice a big change around here with all the stuff that you start really feeling it. Like, got to go out and get some stuff done. So have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
We shall talk to you next week.